Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is Easter 2016. Okay, so I got a couple Easter eggs for you here. Well, they're sort of eggs. Anyways, you won't have to search for them at least. Right here in North America, we see this big circular pattern. Boy, that's a big one, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? That is beautiful. But we also have a trail. We also have a trail. This right here is the same as this here, and then we have another one here, and then it comes over here, and it gets a little bit lost in there. But you see, it comes over all the way across over to here, which we see it right there, and probably up there, and another one here. Just a nice big trail around the world, pretty much. And I haven't done this one. I just turned on Wonder Maps. Actually, I turned it on earlier, but because I saved this one earlier today, and I saved it just now, about 20 minutes ago. And these two are already done over here. I'll show you those after, but I want to get this one before it disappears. I want to get this pattern here first, and I will show you. Okay, now let's agree on something, or let's try to agree on something. The weather in the sky that's above the earth, the clouds, they are shaped by the Earth's surface. Can we agree on that? I sure hope so. Because our jet stream follows that trail, like right here, you see this is the jet stream right here. It comes down and loops up, back up, and all these crazy things. Well, that's following a trail that's on the Earth's surface. It's not there just out in the air randomly, or just because it feels like being there. It's following a trail, showing you the trail that's on the Earth's surface. This is showing you something that's on the Earth's surface, and if I take that away, or we go there and look, you won't see it. You will not see it. There's no round shape there that you can see. Why isn't there? Because they don't want to show you that. Who's they? Who are they? Oh, I'd say that'd be NASA, NOAA, and them clowns, right? That's who I'd say that is. Okay, so I've seen this here many times. Many, many times. So why does it have this big circle here? Many times. Over the years. I mean, over years, I have seen this here. This big circular pattern, right? And in the past, before they changed to this weather like this, you would see it like picture perfect. It would be an exact copy backwards. It'd be like a mirror image of the Schrodinger crater on the moon. So anyways, I'm going to save that real quick before it does disappear. Use my snipping tool, Windows 7, whatever you got, just snip it out. Okay, I don't think there's going to be much over there that's going to do anything. So, but we also have other impact area, other patterns that show here that show other parts of the moon as well. This is a targeted area of the Earth, very targeted. Moon. I mean, in the past, I'm not saying today, it still targets that area, but the sun sure does bring up the water vapor up to the sky to shape it and show you what's there. That's what the weather does for me. It shows me what's going on the Earth, what the Earth really looks like. And you can agree on that or you can disagree, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. I've already proven it myself already. That's all that really matters, right? So, egg. Call it egg. Because it's your Easter egg for the day. Okay, so now we'll just close this. Go to my Google Earth. And I already have, from earlier today, a picture of the lunar South Pole that's already perfectly fitted to the Earth at this size. Oh, it's not that size. Well, we'll see about that. Alright, we'll see about that. We shall soon see. I mean, I've showed it so many times that this size is, people just either think I'm out of my mind or are starting to get it finally. I don't know. I haven't, it doesn't matter. Just trying to show people that want to know interesting things. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do. Because I know I like knowing things that are interesting. And to me, this is obviously interesting because I've been doing it for a while now. Okay, so we just got to get that to the right size. And I'm not going to measure the miles or anything crazy like that. I'm just going to put it up there, and I haven't fit it yet or anything. I'm just going to do this together. See if we can get it right. And I got to turn it big time. So I go like this. I think. Yeah, go like this. If it's anything like the one I did earlier today, it's got to be like this. Yeah, you can see it. You can start seeing it already. I can see it already. Yeah, I think it goes something like that. Let's just turn it. So I can see it the way I'm used to looking at it. speakers show there? Okay, so I see something round right here. See the round pattern there? Okay, that's probably going to go line me up with that crater that's right there. So I'm going to try that. I'm just going to move it a little bit to where that lines up. And I still have Schrodinger lined up. I don't think I got to move it that much. Pretty much right in that area, right? And so that Schrodinger aligned, it looks like. Somewhat. Now look at this little spot here. See this right here? See that little comes up and curls around. And look at the weather right there. Same shape. Same thing. I know it's hard to understand that it could be so large. But that weather's showing that right there to you. It absolutely is. And you see how it's got this little, when you back up, you see how it's got this little spot here that kind of kicks out from the Schrodinger right here. And that's what you got to. That's what we're going to use for today's key to line things up. So there's that. That does fit there. You can see it fit there. There's not much around it to fit as far as the whole inner side pole, but we got this part. I think is pretty much in the right spot. I think. Yeah, I'd say it's close enough. Anyway, close enough. And then you could go like this. You could actually go like this. Probably bring this edge right here. You see this curve here? You could probably bring it up to where this curved edge is, and it would probably fit there too, like that. Because I think it looks like it's shifted from like a spot here and then moved down to right here, this being the edge. There's probably a couple different alignments that'll go there. I'll go ahead and try it. There you go. Just real quick. I see we just left it, but there I go, trying to move things around. Okay, so there's that weather down there. Put that in place. Alright, so the other ones that I did earlier today. Oh, we should check out, like, I should take away the Lunar South Pole. We should just check it out over where did it end up? Let's find out. Let's see where it ended up. Now, as you can see on the ocean floor, there's a big circle right there. That's a circular pattern. Doesn't have the circle down here because it hits at a different angle, but it's definitely a circular pattern here that I've been aligning things to for a long time now. And I took a break from this spot for a while, but let me show you South America in that spot. Now, just wait till you see the other ones from the other areas that I'm talking about. You'll see how the trail works. There's definitely a trail. Okay, so we take away this one now, and this one, for the South Pole again. And this is one from 20 minutes ago, something like that, a half hour ago, I guess. And this is, I just basically used the one that I did. Let me show you the one from earlier today first. That's better. Better idea. This one? Yeah. This is from, what time? 10:25 this morning. Okay. This is, I just noticed the weather, and I put it over the Lunar South Pole just like that, and Schrodinger. You can see Schrodinger. Now, I'm telling you right now, see how they have the weather, people? If you don't believe what I'm saying, this weather used to be able to fit this so picture perfect, the weather to that crater on the moon. I mean, it used to show you these details inside and everything. It used to. Then they caught on that I was doing this, and other people were doing it too, and they figured, well, we better just change the weather for everybody, and that's what they did. That's the reason the weather looks like this today. I guarantee it, because it doesn't look better than it did before. It looks worse. They've downgraded it for you, people. You understand that? They downgraded this. They have not made it better for you to see it better like they should, like we pay for them to show it to us. No. People get closer to figuring things out, and they will downgrade. They don't give a fuck about what you see, as long as it's there, and that's it. That's all they have to do is put something up there, and they don't even do that. They don't even put it all up there. See how the weather changes? It just disappears at that line. That's because the last 4 months, at least, there's been no weather in this part of the earth on the weather programs, any of that I've found. I mean, they'll give you something, but they won't give you the. Look at this, cut you right off. Been like that for 4 months, and on Google Earth weather, they will just shut that strip down. Whenever it shows something, they'll shut it off. That's it. They don't care. They don't care if you see it or not, what you see. If it's going to show you something they don't want you to see, they will shut it off. So I'm just saying, they've downgraded this, and that just shows that what I'm doing, it just shows it's correct. It just shows that we're onto something, right? I think it does. Here's that desert right there. That's a proof that the weather is a projection of the Earth's surface. See it? That is that desert that's in China. It's not right over it right now, but that's what that weather shows you. Now let's bring that up with South America, which has been in place. I just copied it from way up my list. It's been in place for 2 years, I'd say, 2 years at least. It had never moved it, never adjusted anything to anything. This picture is only overlaid over this picture, which has been set in place for longer than that even. Okay, but, well, no, actually, it's a little bit newer than the South American one right here, but it's still 2 years old. Just a couple notches down the list, and then look how that fits. Look right here. Look at Schrodinger right there. Look how it just happened to fall right into position right there in the Andes. See the little point and everything? Isn't that something? That is something. I think it is. And you can see how South America looks like it pulls. It's like comes from a center point, and everything's going from like a center point here in India, and goes. I'll show you that in a minute. And goes this. It's like pulling away from off the top of India or something because it fits right in there. No adjustments necessary. It just fell into place just like that at the coast of South America. Look at that. Isn't that something? I think it is. So then today, let's look at it without. Okay, so here's a little bit more for you, just to give you a little more. And you can think it's coincidence if you want, but it's just more. Here's that point in Australia, and it's not right over the top. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be right over the top. It just has to be in line with it. See how it's right next to it? And it just happens to be the same size. Well, there it is right there. That's the point. You see it notched down just like Australia is right there. Look. Comes down. There's an opening there. There's the point. There's your opening right there. Okay. Then you have this curve right here. See the curve? This is like a key. You see? And here's that. This is the same thing. It just has. It's not perfectly aligned because things move. Things move, and I'm not moving anything to adjust. I'm not going to. I can move this and make it fit that curve fit along that curve in South America. I could do that, but I've got this aligned to things that I've had aligned for like 2 years. So I just figure I'm going to stick with the aligning to those only. I'm not worried about those little tiny details because they are very tiny in comparison to the whole picture here. Oh, it puts. Remember when that time of I don't know, it's been about 2 years, up close to 2 years probably, when I put India. Where did I put India? Right along here somewhere. India goes right in here somewhere perfectly. So I know that this was all here before. This stuff was all here. This is the mother hole. Okay, now wait till you see the next one's going to show that really good, because this is not the only one alignment you see. There's another one right there. See that spot there, and you see the spot here. And there's a lot of different ones in this Asia area. And you'll see that right now. One there. And you got one, like, I don't know, right here. There's just a bunch. So this is the alignment here over the lunar south pole. Put the lunar south pole back up. And this is the one I just did half hour ago. And I just aligned it to where this thing right here kicks out of Schrodinger right there. You just get that circle in there. And I'm not saying this is perfect or anything. This is kind of thrown up there. But this crater right here, you see the spot? That has to go with something probably, so that it falls over that. You see this right here? This is the purple spot coming back to India. Remember the purple spot last year that kept showing in India right there? And this pretty soon this stuff will all change, but that spot will be there off and on, and it moves around a little bit. But you can see it in looks like it comes from that crater in the lunar south pole. So there you go. Now let's take a look at that with South America again. It does not fit. I looked at it earlier. It does not fit as well as the other one, but it does fit. Look at the Amazon. Goes right down the Amazon. You see the lines. Here's Copernicus goes right in here too. If you wanted to put Copernicus up there, it goes right there. Copernicus does. Look at that spot right there. That's kind of, see, Look at what they're leaving out. That spot is right there. You know damn well it is. Look at that. That eye or whatever. It looks like a little eye. But this shows you that right off the coast, the west coast of South America, there's always these earthquakes that happen here. These big ones, 8 point whatever, you know, 8s, 7s, high 7s, mid, you know, even low 7s, whatever. But there's a spot. There's definitely something out there on the ocean floor that looks like that. Maybe it's dormant, maybe it's from the past, but there's definitely something there off the coast of South America that heats up the water, whatever it does. I mean, it's like I said, that may not be active anymore. It may not be an active spot. It might be just enough to where we have the earthquakes where it's falling into like a dormant hole, or what do they call those? The volcanoes that sink. Yeah, one of those. So right there, that's there. Because this was here before. This South America was right here before. This is where it probably originated, I do believe. Because we got the happy face, the smiley face here, which is not right aligned with the smiley face, but it's in the neighborhood. It's right where I like it. Oh, and New Zealand, you see New Zealand right in here. Watch, here's New Zealand. And you can look it up on Google, New Zealand in South America. Look it up. New Zealand in South America. Look it up. There's New Zealand, and then you look this up here in South America. You have to have the right picture of South America, and you can see where it is. It's like right here, something right here. That's New Zealand. Right there in that spot, somewhere like that. I don't have it right over here. It's right in there. You can fit it. And then Copernicus will go right there, and it'll fit everything. It's a big puzzle. But you get a lot of impacts right here in this spot. I've shown a lot of things in this spot right here. Lots. Lunar South Pole, South America. It's so pretty good. Anyways, those are your Easter eggs. You go get on Wonder Maps right now. Check that out. I mean, that's something right there, big time. I mean, as you can see it, it's something. What is it? I just showed you. Okay. There you go. There it is. A double whammy from here with a trail all the way over to here with the trail. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy moon holiday. When's the next one? Oh, the next one, moon holiday, would be, who knows? They're all moon holidays. Everything is. Every day is a moon holiday. Believe it or not. All right, have a good one.